Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. Settle in. We think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Off we go here in the Inner Harbor. He'll start at the 2. And not much doing on this return. Good coverage. He'll stop in his tracks right at the 15-yard line. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he is not going anywhere. They force him out of bounds, a loss to open this game.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way. And it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
Headed left, buying time. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. That's the linebacker, Pete Werner. Wow, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Off the play fake, here's Shuck. Now he'll just pitch this one out there.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process.
And he's into the end zone. What a start. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. The extra point is good. The Saints will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep this one himself. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 6. Give it to the first option. That's the fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Now Jackson, this a designed run. And he's going to be knocked down hard in the backfield. Lost on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down. What a hit.
2 yards.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
On fourth down, they snap it to Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
So the message this coach is sending to his huddle is very clear. It's, hey, guys, I got all the confidence in the world. We're going to be aggressive all day. We're not afraid to fail. We are going to try to score on every possession. And as a player, you can't help but love that.
7070 Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up as we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m. we ended up at Live. 3 a.m. we like Pope. 4 a.m. and I know which girls I'm taking home. Just spin, make our own, we don't follow the trends. 100 our own expense. Only live once, so we so let's take, don't miss. Pour 'em all out, then reload it. More drinks, more sips, more time getting spent on text. More things that I gotta confess. Let's be honest for once and own it. Lose ourselves and live in the moment. When they doubt, we just show them. Private plane, we just flown in.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Tennessee Titans. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Nashville. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's out just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he's able to break out one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Jackson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Third down.
To throw is Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. In motion, the tight end. Jackson going to keep it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 7-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry from 6 yards away. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Ward. Swinging this out for Pollard. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down.
Randall, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
To throw, here's Ward. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Let's go.
To throw is Ward. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. An audible here to get a new look. Now Ward on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
First down. 1st and 10. At the
Now an
46-yard
audible
line.
here into something else. Off play action, Ward. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Throwing is Ward. He completes it to Ridley. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43.
It's a gain of 18. And the Titans first down.
Ready?
First and 10 at
60
the
Bison.
43-yard
60
line.
Bison. Check, check. 70 Lions. Ready?
That's caught left side by Eilmanner. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Go! Bronco 80.
Throwing now, Ward. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he gets it down to the 32. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the
60
23-yard
Bison,
line.
60 Bison. Ready?
Ward. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Tag. 70.
Again, it's Ward. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Brings up 2nd and
Panther
11
60,
at
Panther
the
60.
Ravens' 12.
Here's Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Ready, ready. Cougar 19. Check out.
On 3rd down, here's Spears. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Gunnar Helm as the first half is winding down. And the Titans take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively or offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Throwing is Jackson. But looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight. So they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Middle. Hey.
Jackson. That is incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. As we all know, a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level, they love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They need 18 yards here on third down.
Brings up third down.
Back to throw. Moore. And that is incomplete. Well, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of the first down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
You got to sit that nigga on the bench for the rest of the third quarter, man.
And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Ward now throwing to start the drive. And that is is caught. It's Ridley. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
2nd and 3. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people make it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Cam Ward taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans have taken the lead. Defensively, didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about. Coming out of college, you're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now it's Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Throwing to start the drive. Moore. A rifles one that's going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, still a one-possession game. Remember, it could have been two after they opted to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner. And a lot of people look at them going for it on fourth down as a failure when they didn't get it. But there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because they went out and held them. Got the ball right back for them. So, nice stand for them. Momentum can swing back to their side if they have a good drive here.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Now he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Jackson now. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers,
32 yards.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. On his loop for the extra point.
And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game
This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now he'll tuck this, and a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
brings up 2nd and 9. At the 43-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 42 yards.
And the Ravens have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. Luke now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Lions. Ready.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now Ward. He'll try and do this himself. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Going for it, here's Ward. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Hands up. Get on. 180. Hey, middle.
Jackson. They'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
To throw is Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. To throw again is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. The quick feet by Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 23-yard run. And the Ravens have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. complete. Pollard. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7.
Get it. 79 Bronco. 70.
To throw is Ward. And this is intercepted. And that should...